So today I want to talk about the recall petition against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. I want us to discuss truly if this is a move by her constituents or it is politically motivated. You have your answer and I have mine. Now, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, we know, of course, that she represents Kogi Central. She has been under fire since her suspension from the Senate. Since she dropped her petition against the Senate president, she has not had peace. Now, since her suspension, you remember that she had accused the Senate president of sexual harassment. And now this whole tension has escalated into what we now see as a push for her recall from the Senate. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, they've confirmed that they have received her recall petition from some of her constituents. According to reports, over 200,000 registered voters from Kogi Central, they actually signed the petition in support of this move. But it is suspicious, we all know. Just hear me out. Now, INEC has acknowledged the petition and they have assured us that they are going to follow due process. Initially, the Federal High Court in Lokoja had halted INEC from processing, from going on with the petition, but later the injunction was lifted, and this means that the process can now continue. But we've been seeing viral videos on social media, and this has caused us to raise our eyebrows. There are clips that have allegedly shown people forging signatures for this petition. Let us watch this clip together. Now, obviously, this has raised doubt, has raised suspicions of a lot of people about the whole process. Many of us have already condemned the whole process, what is going on, and we're asking that INEC should make sure that they scrutinize the signatures and scrutinize the process. Now, INEC has announced that the petition actually did not meet all the necessary requirements. What is missing? They say that the petitioners, they failed to provide their complete contact details. They failed to provide specific address, multiple phone numbers and all of that. Instead, they just wrote Okene, Kogi State, which does not pass as a proper contact or proper address. Now, INEC says without these things, they cannot proceed with the petition. But they are also working to notify the petitioners through other means, and they are leaving the door open for corrections. It is quite annoying because the people behind this whole thing, the powers that be, they are deliberate in their action. They are deliberate in what they are doing. They had to get a woman to lead the recall process. Let's watch this clip together.
So we are here to tell INEC to please follow the constitutional process for our recall so that our recall process can begin. That's why we're here.
Okay. So have you submitted or?
We submitted our petition. It's been received.
Women supporting women in the mud, right? Now, the woman that is leading this recall petition, her name is Charity Omole, and she is not just any constituent. She's a senior special assistant to Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo. Now, her role has made people begin to ask questions like, where's the accountability in this? We all know that this is political interference. Of course, when you put two and two together, you already know the answer. And now to add insult to injury, after submitting the petition, this auntie, she went on Facebook and then she wrote, undeterred, unbroken, unbent. So well, the game is the game. And then when I saw that, I was like, hold up, what do you mean by the game is the game? So obviously she's already, she has carried out the assignment that she was given to carry out, and she still has to go on Facebook to go and, add salt to injury. Her statement has already added fuel to the speculation that the recall is more of a political manipulation. We can all see it. We can all see it. In fact, there's this picture that's been circulating around where she stood in front of about 5 guys or so who had they carried the bags, and according to them, the bags the bags that they were carrying, those bags contained the signed petition from the 200,000 or over 200,000 constituents in Natasha's constituency. It is funny, but it is not funny. And it is just sad that we can see what is going on, but the powers that be, they do not really care. They want what they want, and we're going to see how this unfolds. even though INEC has made it clear that they would not move forward unless the petition fully complies with their guidelines, I just think that they are trying to put up a front so that it wouldn't look like they didn't do their due diligence. They said if the petitioners are able to fix the missing details, the next step would be to verify the signature using the BVAS technology, and then the entire process will be observed by agents and the media. We are waiting to see how this unfolds, if this recall will actually succeed, or if it will, if it will not survive the scrutiny. But again, like, we can see how all this is happening. We can see what the moves. We know that power has been changing hands, or money has been changing hands, and we cannot see what is happening actually. Like Fisayo Shoyumbo says, he said he believes Natasha. Now, we're not saying that okay, maybe Natasha is right or the Senate president actually did what she said he did. But we are calling for a transparent investigation. Someone that is innocent of all accusations, you wouldn't be worried about any investigations. In fact, you would excuse yourself from the process and ask them that, okay, let there be a transparent investigation. Let external people come and handle this investigation to make sure that the allegations against me are proven, if that's true or not true. But we can see what is going on. I'll read what Fisayo Shoyumbo said. He said, I believe Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, not because of anything she has said or done, but because of Godswill Akpabio's brutish reaction and her well-oiled bullying by the Senate and the President's lackeys. No matter who you are, if a woman accuses you of sexual harassment, there's only one way to go if you're innocent. Create the conditions for independent investigation of the allegation, knowing that the only possible outcome is your exoneration. Again, only if you are innocent. Her coup, like excommunication from the entire Senate and the latest attempt by her constituents in quotes to recall her, inadvertently expose a desperate, despicable plan to shush her rather than establish the veracity of her claims. Now, everyone knows there are no Nigerian constituents with the time, the finance, the single-mindedness, or effrontery to organically institute a recall process against a lawmaker for misconduct. The tomfoolery should stop already. How many thieving lawmakers have faced a recall for pillaging our commonwealth or at our collective expense? That's a very pertinent, a very serious question. Like, all of the lawmakers that are there in the Senate over the years, how many of them have been recalled by their constituents for stealing our commonwealth, for not doing what they're supposed to do for their constituency? How many of them? That's a question that is left for you to answer. Now, Fisayo Shoyumbo continues. He says, everyone knows, even if not many would admit it, that someone, personally or by proxy, is the instigator-in-chief of this recall attempt. And how can that not be Akpabio, the uncommonly corrupt former governor who stole 108 billion naira from Akwa Ibom State, according to the EFCC, attempted to arm twist the commission into submission via the court but failed, only to then deviously defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress, following which the case fizzled into oblivion, while he himself subsequently transmogrified into Nigeria's third most powerful official. The relentless politically coordinated attacks on Natasha have all the trappings of the Maradonic moves with which Akpabio pulled himself out of that EFCC rabbit hole and to the helm of Nigeria's upper chamber. There are no two ways about it. The more Akpabio fights Natasha, the more the implicity convinces us of his culpability. The more he fights, the more he dirties his already spoiled sold apparel, the more we think he did it. Fisayo Shoyumbo has said it all. There is nothing more to add to it. So you can make of this whatever you want to make of it, but this is just it. So the more he tries to prove that he is not guilty, or the more he tries to prove his innocence, the more we see him as guilty. But then again, let's see how this whole recall process unfolds. If at the end of the day they are able to recall Senator Natasha, then it is going to be really sad for the people of Kogi State, or Kogi Central. It is going to be sad for Nigeria. It's going to be sad for democracy in itself. Democracy in Nigeria. It is going to be a sad story. But let's see how this unfolds. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this whole thing, and how you think that this can be handled. Well, that's all from me today. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe for more content breaking down trending stories. I'll see you in my next video.